Hello everyone and welcome back to Tinderlost Gaming, and welcome back to my playthrough of Edge of the Earth campaign. It's a campaign from Fantasy Flight Games for the Arkham Horror living card game. It's a really well put together campaign. One box gets you everything you need, and we are getting towards the tail end of it now. I've set up the next scenario, and let's have a look at that in a second. Just want to remind you, it would be really great if you could like and subscribe to the channel. That really does help. And there is a Discord server now, Tinderlost Gaming. If you search it on Discord, I'll put an invite link in the description below. You can join that to talk about all things gaming, what you like, what you don't like, what you want me to see playing. I've got some things in the pipeline towards the end or after this campaign that I'm working on at the moment. I'm going to be going back to some miniature gaming, so that should be interesting. But anyway, let's move back to Edge of the Earth and let's see where we are. Okay, so we are currently or about to play City of the Elder Things. We've not been doing too bad. Got a few of our party have unfortunately succumbed to the Mythos creatures and the cold, but we're not doing too bad, I don't think. We are certainly getting there. This scenario has taken a bit of setting up, as they all do, and Fantasy Flight are really pushing the envelope when it comes to table space, etc., as you'll see when we go across to the main screen. And there we go. That is City of the Elder Things set up on the table. That has been a challenge to try and fit it all in and get my cards, my player hands and all that sort of stuff. I've done the best I can with the available space, but hopefully you can all see that. And we're going to run through the campaign log now to complete the setup, because we've got a few things to do. So I'm going to be reading from the campaign book, and this is entitled Scenario 3, City of the Elder Things. As it says, as you read through the scenario introduction, check the campaign log and read any passage that corresponds to your situation. So the intro. Even with the knowledge afforded to you by Dyer's report, you find yourself wholly unprepared for the terrible vastness of the blasphemous city at the heart of Antarctica and its alien inscrutability. Massive towers, temples, bridges and pyramids dot the broad landscape. In the ineluctable light of dawn, the nameless maze of cyclopean structures and angular blocks extends for miles in every direction, unmistakably real and yet impossible to believe. It is truly a wonder of the world. So it says, if Dr. Mina Sinha is alive, which she is, it says, remember, stay covered at all times. Where we are headed, the wind can flash freeze your skin almost instantly. And stay hydrated, Dr. Sinha reminds you. The air here is drier than you think. The remainder of the party nods in understanding. None of you have come this far just to catch hypothermia, but it's almost as likely as death by anything else in this damnable place. And it says the investigators suffer no ill effects otherwise, but we won't read that because she is alive. Next part. As you descend the peaks surrounding the city, trespassing furtively over its walls, the slopes give way to gradual, shallower foothills peppered with structures of black primordial stone. Towers or outposts, perhaps linking the natural outer walls of the city to its outskirts. We should search one of those watchtowers, one of the team members suggests, pointing to the closest structure. You nod in agreement. Dyer's report had observed a wealth of information carved into the walls of several structures within the city. After all, perhaps you'll stumble upon a map or a diagram of the city to aid your exploration. If the investigators scouted the city outskirts, let me just check my campaign log, but I don't believe that we did. Campaign notes. No, we didn't do that. So it says, I can read a bit, but we didn't. So it says, otherwise, the investigators suffer no ill effects. If Professor William Dyer is alive, which he is, so I'll read that. Be careful, the Professor warns. You are keen to heed his wisdom as he earned as if through hard experience. The glyphs inscribed here depict much about the history of this place. It is ancient, far more ancient than anything our species has built. What's your point? Someone chimes in. Do you know the old phrase, the walls have ears and the doors have eyes? Dyer replies. We have no idea what could be hiding within these walls, what dwells under the ice and stone. Be on alert, and do not let any voices but our own rattle your skull. Do you understand? You nod in agreement, gulping down a wave of nausea. You cannot help but take the meaning of Dyer's idiom literally. And it says the investigators suffer no ill effects. And then it's got an otherwise statement, but we don't need to read that. The open entrance to the obsidian structure greets you like a more of a ferocious predator. As your eyes adjust to the darkness, your curiosity gives way to a deep, profound dread. The structure's sharp, angular main hall is the site of an absolute massacre. Mangled elder things, corpses litter the floor. Piles of leathery grey flesh and sticky, misshapen organs coated in thick, dark green fluid. You reel at the awful stench of death. These dead are not ancient. Their slaughter must be recent. What could have done this? One of your party breaks the immense silence. Murals on the wall draw your attention, depicting what you have come to know as the race of elder things, embroiled in battle with some ancient, terrifying foe. No, not one, many. The party does not dwell in this slaughterhouse long. Covering your noses to block the awful stench, you take your leave. If James Cookie Fredericks is alive and dynamite is listed under supplies, well, we know, unfortunately, poor old Cookie did cark it quite early on in the scenario or in the campaign, and we don't actually have dynamite. So it says, unfortunately, as you attempt to leave the structure, you find the passage blocked by ice and rubble. It takes much longer than you expect to find another way out, and when you finally escape, you've already been exposed to the elements for some time. Add a frost token to the chaos bag. Lovely jubbly. Let's get a frost token. I'm using the chaos bag for something else at the moment, which we'll come to, but I'll put the frost token there so we remember to put that in the chaos bag when I refill it. There is a reason, and I'll come to it in a second. The trail of sickly green blood leads out and dribbles down a smooth path sculpted as if by some acidic substance out of the mountainside. In the opposite direction, the mountain ridge continues along the perimeter of the city. In the distance, you can make out a darkened, half-buried section of the city. The layout of its structure is completely unfamiliar to you, even after going through Dyer's notes extensively. Finally, in the heart of the city, a great pyramid and many prominent temples lie scattered, rising to amazing heights despite the weathering of many eons. The expedition team casts vote on which direction they wish to go. Compare the following three columns to see which column has the most team members alive. Okay. Right, so let's get our sheet there. So we have got Danforth is dead, Cookie is dead, in Eliza Ashfeck is dead. So group 1 is Kensler, Ellsworthy and Sinner. Group 2 is Danforth, Hiroko and Ashfaq. Well, Danforth is dead as well. Group 3 is William Dyer, Claypool and Cookie. So group 2 I've only got 2. Group 3 I've only got 2. And so group 1 is the one that I choose because Ensler, Ellsworth and Sinner are all still alive, so all 3. So we're going to go with group 1. So it says, if the left column has the most team members still alive, the group votes to venture into the heart of the city where lie its greatest structures. Each partner from this group chooses to accompany the investigator, enters play with 1 additional use. That's very handy, so let me just do that quickly. 1 additional use. I'll show you the cards in a second. I'll put 1 additional use on there. That's brilliant. Proceed to set up 1. So each investigator may choose a member of the team, which I've done, and I'll show you those in a second. So it says gather all the cards for the encounter, and I've done that, and all the encounter cards are over here, all set up and shuffled, but I will shuffle those on screen. Set aside the Shoggoth's encounter set, which I've done off camera. Shuffle the 16 city landscape locations and put them into play along with the hidden tunnel according to the map on page 39, which is what I've done here. The lead investigator chooses one of the 8 outermost locations, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've decided to start off with the left hand side. Locations in this scenario are connected to each adjacent location, so I've not bothered putting the connectors out because we know that one connects to that one, connects to that one, this one connects to that. You know, they're all basically connected to adjacent ones, so it's not difficult really. Now this is the reason why I put the chaos bag aside. It says gather 2 copies of each of the following tokens from the collection, not the chaos bag. So all of your cultist tokens, skulls, etc., tentacles, and then a 0, a -1, a -2, and a -3, and randomly place one of these of 16 tokens on each of the landscape's locations. These are keys. Well, we'll do that now. That's why I've got the chaos bag here. So we'll randomly draw out and put them on the top as we go, and we'll go left to right and all the way down and across like that. We'll draw these out of the bag as we go. So that's going to have a 0. That's going to have a tentacle, an elder thing. That's going to have a skull. That's going to have a cultist. That's going to have a tablet. That's going to have a -2. That's going to have a -2. That's going to have a -3. That's going to have a -1. I'm doing this one. Doesn't feel like there's a lot left. That's going to have a tablet. That's going to have that's going to have that cultist. That's going to have that. That's going to have a 0. That's going to have -1. Oh, one short. Oh, might have been there's not one in the hidden tunnel. Put that there. That's going to go there. I think that's right. Yep. So they're all done. On the city landscapes. Let's have yeah, sorry, there shouldn't have been one in the hidden tunnel. So there we are. We are good. So let me just put the chaos tokens back in the bag, and we'll put the additional frost token in there. Let me just gather my tokens. They're over on a chair. There's loads of frost tokens in there now. Right, that's the chaos bag. Back up and running. Put that there. Okay. Add an Elder Sign token to the Chaos Bag. Oh, for goodness sake. Seriously. Good old LCG token. So there's that token going in the bag. Right. There we go. Remove all 3 copies of the benign Elder Thing enemy from the game, which is what I've done. Set the Terror of the Stars enemy aside out of play, which I've done. Remove from the game each copy of Frostbitten and Possessed weaknesses that were not earned during the introduction. Well, we got away with that lightly because we've got none of those, so they can be removed. Put those right there out of the way to one side. Shuffle the Taliki deck, which is this one here, which I've done. Shuffle the remainder of the encounter cards to build the encounter deck. You are now ready to begin play. So you've got to share, just reading the thing there. So locations, it's share a side, not diagonal. So they're only sides that are connected. Keys, it says the setup of this scenario instructs the player to place a random chaos token on each of the 16 city landscape known locations as keys. These keys are never placed in the chaos bag and do not act as traditional chaos tokens. Instead, they represent keys which investigators can recover and use throughout the scenario. Keys can be acquired in one of 2 ways. If a location with a key on it has no clues, an investigator can take control of the key as a free action. Some card effects may allow investigators to take control of keys in other ways. When an investigator takes control of a key, they place that key on their investigator card. If an investigator who controls one or more keys is eliminated, place each of these keys on a location. As a action ability, an investigator may give any number of keys to another investigator at the same location. Okay. Sorry, my computer monitor just decided to go into sleep mode, which is very nice of it to do that halfway through a recording. Doesn't usually do that when I'm recording. So we're now ready to begin play. So let's just shuffle these just on camera so you can see they've been shuffled. Back down there. We'll shuffle the Taliki deck, or Tekli or Teklai, whichever way you want to say it. There we go. Whilst I'm shuffling cards, I will shuffle Monty's deck. Deck, and then I'll give Danny's deck a shuffle. There we go. Okay. Right. So let's have a look at what we're playing then. Let's go through the player. Let's go through City of the Elder Things first of all. So a skull is going to be a minus X. X is 2 plus the number of keys you control. Okay. The cultist is minus 2. Place a key you control on your location. The tabler is minus 4. If a frost token was revealed during this test, take 1 damage and you automatically fail instead. And the Elder Thing is -5. If you fail, the nearest enemy moves towards you. If it's engaged with you, it attacks. So there we go. Delightful. Let's have a look at the act. It's called Sprawling City version 1. This is the discovery of a lifetime. Dye's report was true, all of it. You must explore this alien civilization in order to learn more. Spend 2 Elder Thing keys. Remember the team studied the history of the Elder Things. Okay. There, we could get to those quite quickly. Spend 2 tablet keys. Remember that the team discerned the origin of the Shoggoths. Objective: if the team has studied the history of the Elder Things and discerned the origin of the Shoggoths, advance. So we need to get those 2 sets of keys. Rightio. And then the agenda, which has got 6 on it, says this is Lurking Horrors. The hidden alien city looms before you, ancient and enigmatic. What secrets and terrors lie in wait within? As a free action, during your turn, spend 1 clue. Look at the revealed side of a city landscape in your column or row, limit once per round. Free action, during your turn, spend 3 clues. Move to any location in your column or row, limit once per round. 6 doom on that. Right, okay, nearly there. Sorry this is taking so long, but this is just one of those things that happens when you're setting up an Arkham Horror. So let's move across to the player cam because there's a few things to sort out here. First of all, I'm taking obviously Monty and Danny. Monty has got Avery Claypool with him, who comes with him with 5 supplies, 6 because of the additional 1, and he's taken 1 horror and 1 damage. That's what he has already had. And he is the guy that I can spend a supply to reveal. When I reveal a frost token, I can ignore it or cancel it and reveal a new one. Monty had a bit of experience to spend. He had 4 experience to spend. So what he's doing is he's putting 2 deductions into play. He's getting rid of 2 slip-aways. So deduction gives me an additional clue if I succeed by 2 or more. So those will go into his deck. And we'll give that another cheeky shuffle. Shuffle done. We'll put those cards to one side because we're not going to need those for the time being. And then Daniela had 6 experience to spend, and I'm getting rid of 2 Let Me Handle This, and I'm putting in 2 classics, 2 Elder Sign Amulets, which is a trinket, and it gives her an additional 4 sanity. You might be thinking why these cards are a bit silly, or what's your choice, what's your reasoning for putting those into the deck? I only do have a limited physical supply of the cards. I mean, I haven't got every single Mythos pack and every single campaign. I've got Forgotten Age, Dunnage, I've got obviously the core set, and I've got obviously the this campaign. I haven't got what are the other ones? Circle Undone or some Innsmouth. I haven't got those. So I'm a little bit restricted on what cards I've got in regards to spending XP on. So I haven't got, basically what I'm saying is I haven't got the full access to the full set. Otherwise there would be different choices I think I'd make. But here's what it is. You go with what you got. So there we go. That's Danielle all set up. Right, after all that, we've got our 5 resources. We've got those. We've got our action tokens, which which is good. We'll do that, we'll reset those, so when we spend them we can do that. And I think on that basis we are good to go. We're good to go. Let's have a little look, see what we can do. Well, let's draw our starting hands first of all. Let's just put the chaos bag out of the way for a second. Monty's going to draw his 5 starting hand, and he's going to draw a lone wolf, a pathfinder, a magnifying glass, an ethereal slip, and a fieldwork. I think what I'm gonna do I'm gonna keep fieldwork, magnifying glass and pathfinder and ditch ethereal slip and lone wolf. Do I do that? Do I need pathfinder? Yeah, because I can access Monty's thing. So 2 to ditch, so I'm going to get scout ahead and lone wolf. Okay. Put those back in, give them a shuffle. Okay, that's Monty's starting hands. Excellent. And then we'll go the same with Daniela. She is going to get a sledgehammer. Awesome. She's going to get a dodge. She is going to get an Aquina. She is going to get an Elder Sign amulet. And she's going to get a machete. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm happy with that pull. I'm very happy with that pull. The only thing I think I'm going to get rid of is the dodge. Let's put dodge there for a second. We'll draw another card, which is a weakness, and we're going to draw a survival knife. Blimey, she is tooled up. She is tooled up. Right. Okay. So we're going to go into the investigation phase. Turn 1. What are we going to do? Let's have just a very quick look at Monty's hands. Right, oh, we can turn this one over because that's actually where we're at. It's got a stone bridge. Hang on a sec. Stone bridge, 3 shroud, 1 clue per investigator. Test fight 4 or agility 4. If you succeed, discover 1 clue from stone bridge. As an action, move to another stone bridge location. Wow. 2 clues per investigator. So it could be that Daniela's going to get some clues on this one. We need to be getting the elder signs and the tablet. Elder signs are here and here. Tablets are here. Oh, tablets are above you. They're in the same row. That's good. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Could go to there. -2 on it. Agility 4 is agility 5. Do we want to pick up some keys? Do we want to? Little bit of setup, I think. First action from Monty. Pay 2 to play field work. Second action, pay 3. For Pathfinder. I think I'm going to leave Daniela there to pick those clues up because she's fight 5. And Monty's going to start going ahead to get the start going down here to get the clues. So I'm going to go across. Oops, sorry. I'm going to go across to this one and turn that over and see what we get. We get Roofless Rampart, 2 shroud, 1 clue per investigator. Spend 2 -1 keys, either remove 1 doom from the agenda or choose and discard from play 1 non-elite enemy or treachery. Record in the campaign log the team discovered an ancient vault. Wow, this is going to get interesting, this scenario. So 2 clues per investigator. Shroud of 2. And that was Monty's third action. Actually, no. I haven't played for a while, so bear with me. I'll tap Pathfinder to move. I'll tap Pathfinder to move to the Roofless Rampart, so I've still got an action left. It's -3 key. I'm just conscious in this game that bloody actions are key. No, third action, I'm going to move down to this city landscape here. And this one is submerged passageway, 5 shrouds, 1 clue per investigator. Move 1 clue from this location to an unrevealed location in this column or row. Okay. Shroud 5. Would have to be that one, wouldn't it? 2 clues per investigator. Oops, sorry. That's Monty done. That is Monty done. Monty done. Okay, so we're going to go into Daniela. who's going to get herself set up, I think. Oh, at the end of the turn, so Monty is 1, 2 away from where he started. I need to remember that. If you started this round 1 location away from your current location, either gain 1 resource or draw a card. If you started this round 2 or more locations, do both instead. So he's going to get a resource and he's going to get to draw a card. And he's going to get elusive. Need to remember that. So that's Monty. That is Monty done. Daniela. She needs to get set up. So she's going to spend her first action and 3 for the good old sledgehammer. I think that's the way to go. She's going to spend another action and 2. So that's all of her resources gone. I'm just going to put the Elder Sign into play, which is awesome. And then she's going to have a go at a clue. So it's test fight 4 or agility 4. She's agility. She is fight 5. I'm going to chuck in the survival knife to make it 6. 6 versus 4. Let's see what we get. 6 versus 4. -1. -1. Oh man, Jesus. Oh. Right, so that's -4, -5. If a frost token was revealed during this test, take 1 damage and you automatically fail. So she takes 1 damage already, so she's down to 7. Lovely. Down to 7. There we go. That's the way the Chaos Bag is going to play. That is the way the Chaos Bag is going to play. That was her third action. Ouch. Okay. Alright, well, can't do nothing about that. We're going to move on to the enemy phase. There are no enemies in place, so we don't have to worry about that. We then move on to the upkeep phase. So the first thing we do is reset all of our actions. We get all of those back. We ready any cards. So Pathfinder is going to ready. We draw a card and gain a resource. So Monty's going to get a resource. Daniela's going to get a resource. We're going to draw a card. Monty is going to get Think on Your Feet. So when an enemy would spawn, we can move to a connecting location. And Daniela is going to get a dodge. So that's good. We check our hand size. We're miles away from anything. And then we go round to the Mythos phase. We put a Doom, 1 of 6, on the agenda. We check the agenda, we're fine. And then we draw the good old Mythos or the encounter deck. So let's see, we'll go with Monty first, as we always do. And we're going to get a Wook. Revelation. Find the giant albino penguin enemy farthest away from you. You must either move it to your location or place 1 Doom on it. If there are no giant albino penguins in place, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a giant albino penguin. Draw it and shuffle the encounter deck. Okay. Giant albino. There we go. Giant albino. Oh, let's turn these around a little bit so. So Monty has got a giant albino penguin. that's a discard, so I can go there. And let me show you what the giant albino penguin looks like. It is a fight 2, 3 health, 2 evade. It's aloof. As an additional cost for you to enter or leave this enemy location, you must spend 1 action. Oh, it's aloof, so let's put that. Goes there. Effectively. Well, let's put it there. So we know. 1 additional action. Okay. Then we're going to draw the card for Danny. See what we get. We are going to get a nebulous miasma. Revelation. Attached to your location. Forced. When you end your turn at attached location, each card you control with sanity takes 1 direct horror. At the end of the round, discard nebulous miasma. Okay. So each card I control, so that's going to be me. Each card you control with sanity, including your investigator. Okay, well that's not too bad. So that's the Mythos phase. Go on to the investigation phase. Well, a shroud of 5 is going to be a right pain. But we're going to be going this way anyway, so I think what I'm going to do is we'll spend 2 actions to move those clues, and we'll put them up here on the one with the skull. That could be a bad move, it could be an absolutely genius move, but we don't know. So that's 2 actions. So we've moved the 2 clues up to this unrevealed location here because we're going that way anyway. Can't. Oh yeah. That albino penguin's a bit of a pain. As an additional cost. Must spend 1 action. Yeah. Okay. I've used 2 actions to move the clues off. Actually, I get that key. It's a free action, so it says if a location with a key has no clues on it, you can take a free action to get that key. So I'll grab that key from the submerged passageway and put that on Monty's card, so we know what we've got. What we're going to do? Spend my last action to play the magnifying glass, actually, and then we can move away next turn. So that's Monty done. We'll move across to Daniela. Try and get these clues. Fight 4. Fight 5. Can chuck the machete in. Yeah. So Daniela's going to spend her first action to do the test at the stone bridge. Fight 4 against her fight 5. I'll chuck in the machete because we've got the sledgehammer in place. We don't really need the machete to go 6 versus 4 again. 6 versus 4, and we're going to get -1. 6 versus 4, -1, which means we get a clue. Oops. Daniela gets a clue. And then, do we go 4 versus 5 for a second action? 4 versus 5. Yeah, let's go second action 4 versus 5. See what we get. Dig down, and we're going to get -X. X is 2 plus the number of keys you control. So that's -2. No. That would have been nice previous turn, but there we go. Third action. Come on, let's try it again. We need to get these clues. She's going to get a -2. 5 versus 4. No, unfortunately not. I've been a bit of a waste. Okay. Could have been a bad play, that one. Could have been a bad play. So that's it for Daniela, and that's it for the investigation phase. We're going to move on to the enemy phase. We've got a giant albino penguin in play, but he's aloof. He's not really doing anything apart from being a right pain. And we then move on to the upkeep phase. We reset all of our actions, which we've done. We ready and exhausted cards. None have exhausted. Avery, forgot ya. Could have ignored that frost token. Remember him. Then we are going to draw a card, gain a resource. So Monty gets a resource, Danny gets a resource. Monty is going to draw a deduction. If the skill test is successful while investigate a location to discover 1 additional clue at that location, 2 additional clues if you succeed by 2 or more. And then Danny's going to get an evidence. Fast. Play after you defeat an enemy, discover a clue at your location. So she could come down and smack that albino. So we've done that. Check our hand size. And then we're going to do nebulous. It's the end of the turn, so nebulous miasma kicks in. We're going to take a sanity for each one. So the Elder Hamlet's going to take 1 on it. Put 1 on there. Danny's going to take 1. Down to 5. Ooh. Ouch. I forgot about that. Dr. Mala Singh is going to take 1. And she's going to go insane because her limit is 2. Bugger. Never mind. So she's gone insane. She has gone insane. I'll have to record that in the log when we get to the end. I'll put her over there. I'll put an insane thing in so I know what's happened. Slightly frustrating. My fault. Nebulous goes. There we go. Upkeep phase done. We'll go on to the Mythos phase. We'll put a Doom on the agenda. 2 of 6. We'll then draw a card. So Monty is going to get a Wook Wook. Find the giant albino nearest to you. You must either move it to your location, which it already is, or place a Doom on it. Oh, right, okay. Put a Doom on it in. Oh, that's frustrating. So it's now got a Doom on it. And Danny is going to get Miasmic Torment Revelation. If you control a partner asset, exhaust them and attach Miasmic Torment to them. Otherwise, it gains Surged. Well, we're just unfortunately Dr. Cena has just gone insane, so we haven't. So it's going to get Surged. So she's going to get a Guardian Elder Thing. Hunter. Forced. When you deal damage to Guardian Elder Thing, for each point of damage dealt, discard the top card of your deck. Draw each weakness discarded that way. Ouch. It's a 3 fight, 4 health, 1 evade. So that's going to come into play into Danielle's arena. Okay. Wowzers. I really could do with killing that giant albino penguin now, because it's just put an additional No. So first things first, Monty's going to go and he's going to spend 2 actions to move, and he's going to move to this location. That's his first action. Okay. Actually, I'm going to spend 1, play move ahead. Move up to 3 times. Enemies do not engage you during this movement. I'm just trying to think. I need to get ahead of the game in. So, first movement is to there, which is going to flip this card. And this is going to be a stone bridge. 2 clues per investigator, so it's got 4 on it because it had 4 on there, so that's the testing 4 agility or 4 strength. His second move is going to be to there, which is going to flip this one over, which is Ruinous Streets, 4 shroud, 1 clue per investigator. Forced, after you reveal 1 or more frost tokens doing a skill test at Ruinous Streets, take 1 damage. After you discover the last clue from Ruinous Streets, discover 1 clue from a connecting location. And then his final third move is going to be across to here, which is where the Elder Sign one is. Cyclopean Spires, 3 shroud, 1 clue per investigator. Action, move 1 key on another location in this row to Cyclopean Spires. Group limit once per game. Okay. We don't really need to do that, we just need to get the get the key off there. Shrouded 3, which is quite good. So that's Monty's go done, but we're at a good spot now to get the second one. Daniela is going to take a good old thwack at the elder thing. Yep, so she is going to spend all 3 of her actions with the sledgehammer. So she's going to get +5 fight and deal +5 damage for this attack. So she is currently fight 10 against fight 3. And she's going to get her Mythos effects. If you were attacked by an enemy this round, you automatically succeed instead. Well, she's obviously going to do it because she's +1, so she's at 11 versus 3, which means she kills it because it does 5 damage. So that's the elder thing done, and then she will spend 1 to play evidence. Play after you defeat an enemy, discover 1 clue at your location. So she's going to get the clue off of there. So that's that. She's got the clue, got the location, and then because there's no clues there, she'll spend a free action to get the -2. Which she's allowed to do. That was pretty good. Well, that's back in there. She's gonna go albino hunting now, I think. So that's the end of the investigation phase. Oops. Going to move on to the enemy phase. Well, again, we've only got the albino penguin in play, so that's fine. We're then going to move on to the upkeep phase. I'm going to get our actions back. We're going to ready any resources. That's fine. I'm going to draw a card and gain a resource. So resource for Monty, resource for Daniela. Monty is going to draw an Eon chart. During your turn, exhaust Eon chart, spend 1 secret. Choosing to take one of the following actions: move, evade, or investigate. That's cool. Happy with that. Oh, Monty should have done his additional thing. I'm not going to, because I'm way past it now. If I was just about to go into Daniela's turn, I need to remember his special rule. Ugh. Anyway, there's that. And Daniela's going to draw a card. She's going to get live and learn. Play after a skill test you fail ends. Attempt the test again, you get +2 skill value. So that's quite handy. And there we go. We check our hand size, we're all fine. And I think at that point, we're now about to go into a new Mythos phase. We'll leave it there, just on an hour. So fairly solid start. We're about to get the second elder thing token, and then we've just got to get the 2 stone tokens. Daniela's going to need to come down and kill this albino penguin because he's taken a turn off us effectively. So she can come down 1, 2. It's going to be 1, 2 to there, and then she can smack him. It's only got 3 health, and she can do 3 damage with her. No, she can't. She can do +1 damage with her sledge. There we go. Sorry, my timer going off. Yeah, so I think we're in a good spot. I think we're in a good spot for this one. But we do need to kill that albino penguin. but we've got some tools to do it. Right, okay, well I hope you're enjoying this campaign and I hope you're enjoying this scenario. It's a lot of moving pieces on this one to remember, but I think what I'm trying to do is focus in on what I need to do, what the agenda or the act is telling me to do. Rather than farting around, I'm trying to concentrate on what I need to do. So hopefully we'll be successful next time, but like I say, if you're liking these videos, then please like and subscribe to the channel, and also please check out the Discord channel. It's all free, and it'd be good to get some people on there. There's little bits and bobs we can do on there, the membership levels and free bits and bobs, so that'll all be good. But anyway, you take care of yourselves and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye.